Iran just launched missiles towards multiple Muslim countries. I don't know if we can call some of these places Muslim countries, so let's just go with some countries within Middle East, okay? And everybody's losing their mind because the Western media is just focusing more on Iran attacking those places rather than taking the time to talk about why Iran is doing this and the background of like what's causing Iran to retaliate, basically. Okay, but first let's open with this clip right here.
We have to exercise extreme caution.
Iran launches missiles, and this clip is specifically in Tel Aviv, like in Israel, but Iran has launched missiles towards other Middle Eastern countries as well. And we're going to talk about why Iran is doing what they're doing right now.
The interceptions of these projectiles, 1, 2, possibly 3 of them.
As you can see, a lot of the missiles that Iran is launching towards Tel Aviv, they're not hitting their target because obviously by now you guys should know that Israel has the Iron Dome, which kind of protects, it's an aerial protection from the missiles. And if we continue with the clip, there's actually one or two that actually hits its target, but majority of the missiles do not hit their targets. Because as you can see, as it comes down, it just gets destroyed.
The latest information we're getting coming from the Israeli media Yediot Aharonot is that 102 missiles have been launched from Iran into Israel.
So that's what the Western media is focusing on. They're not spending enough time really talking about why Iran is doing this. And I think every single one of us, whether you're a Muslim or not, whether you live in the West or not, I think this should matter to you. You should be involved in what's going on and pay attention to this. But first, let's clear the air, okay? That was not supposed to be a joke, but the air. Anyways, Iran is doing this because Israel and the United States have collaborated and attacked Iran, okay? The thing is, this has been going on for a while, and Israel has been trying their best to keep this war. I don't even know if by now it's going to turn into a full-blown war, but Israel has been trying to have been poking Iran for the longest time. And now that they get the full support of, they always had US's support, but Donald Trump has always been trying to get Israel to turn it down a little, but Israel has been feeling like they can do whatever they want. So they've been attacking not just Iran, but other countries in the name of self-defense. Okay, but before we get into all that, let's check this clip out, because this happened. The clip I'm about to show you happened before the clip that I initially showed you of Iran attacking Israel and those other Muslim countries, which we're going to talk about in a bit. But let's check this clip out real quick.
Breaking news from the Middle East. Israel has launched what it's calling a preemptive strike against Iran. We understand this is a joint U.S. and Israeli strike which hit in Iran's capital of Tehran, near the offices of Iran's supreme leader, where we could see a cloud of smoke rising from the area. The Israeli Defense Ministry said in a statement that it launched the attack to remove threats from Iran to the state of Israel. It said it was expecting a missile and drone attack from Iran in, quote, the immediate future. The Defense Ministry has also declared an immediate state of emergency in all areas of the country. This Israeli strike comes on the heels of a massive U.S. military buildup in the area. The U.S. has been assembling a vast fleet of fighter jets and warships in the region in an attempt to pressure Iran into a deal to dismantle its nuclear program. Joining us now.
So, as you heard that, apparently Israel can just predict what other countries are going to do. They can read people's mind, apparently, okay? Because before Iran even did anything, US and Israel went ahead and launched a strike against Iran for the sake of trying to pressure Iran to agree to a deal that would just basically eliminate their nuclear program, which Iran is not easily going to give up, obviously, because as you might already know, Israel has nuclear program, okay? And there are other countries like India and other countries nearby that also have nuclear program. Iran doesn't want to give up on building their nuclear weapon to be able to defend or whatever, which is kind of understanding to some on one side, but at the same time, the rest of the US and other countries are like, no, I don't think you should have that. Only we should have that. So that's basically the reasoning for Israel and the US launching strikes basically against Iran. And Iran, in self-defense, is retaliating, but the rest of the media is portraying it as though Iran is the one that started all this, or Iran is the one that is causing, basically asking for them to be striked. Now, with that being said, I want to show you this image, okay? These are the regions where Iran launched basically missiles towards. And you might be wondering, wait, why Iran is a Muslim country? Jordan, Kuwait, Qatar, like Bahrain, Saudi Arabia. What is going on? Like, why are they attacking other Muslim countries? Well, here's the thing. Again, you might already know the US has like military bases across the world. Like literally every country, the US probably has some type of activity going on over there, okay? Whether they're involved in the areas politics and whatever the case may be, even a place where it's so peaceful, nothing's going on, it's kind of boring and makes kind of no sense to have military base, the US probably has a military base there. Just for the sake of, to be able, if anything was to happen to any of the US allies, for instance, Israel, if anything was to happen, the US can immediately jump and be able to attack that country. They don't have to worry about trying to get weapons all the way from the US to the Middle East or anywhere like that. The US has military base literally almost every country. I want to say almost every country, okay? So what Iran is doing in this image is that Iran is not directly like attacking Saudi Arabia for the sake of attacking Saudi Arabia. Iran is attacking military bases that are owned by, what do you call, the US, okay? In that area, Kuwait, Jordan, all those places. And obviously they're attacking Israel because, I mean, it's definitely obvious why this whole thing is happening is because of Israel. And the US is backing them, so Iran is attacking those areas because of that. Now that we talked about that, I want to show you guys a clip of the ministry, the foreign ministry of, what do you call, Iran, talking about why they did what they did and how much of effect it had, the attacks from Israel and the US, those attacks that Iran received from those places, the US and Israel, how that impacted them. He's going to be talking about that. I want to show you guys this clip real quick. Okay? While I'm showing this, I'm just curious, what do you all think about this whole thing? That it's insane. But let's check this clip out real quick, okay? So this is breaking news. Iranian foreign minister reacts to US and Israeli strikes inside Iran. So this guy's inside Iran. He's in Iran right now and sharing his thoughts of, like, not his thoughts, but the facts basically of how this has impacted them. Oh, let me turn on the volume for you all to hear.
Well, the situation on the ground is quite...
And this is the latest, by the way. This is the latest, the latest. It's literally today, right now. Well, not right now, but earlier today, he's sharing on how this impacted them. This is after the US attacked, basically striked Iran, and Iran retaliated and attacked back those military bases that are owned by the US.
Well, the situation on the ground is quite, I cannot say normal, but the life is going on. Everything is under control. I think Americans and Israelis failed to, access to hit their targets. And now everything is under control. And we almost in less than 2 hours, we were able to start retaliation by attacking, American bases and some targets in Israel by our missiles. Almost all officials are safe and sound and alive. We may have lost 1 or 2 commanders, but that is not a big problem. We are actually managing it. We are handling the situation. And I was in contact with, my colleagues in the Persian Gulf, and I explained for them that, we have no intention to attack them, but we are actually attacking the American bases in the act of self-defense. We cannot just sit and watch they are attacking us and we don't, respond simply because their bases are in a friendly neighbor country. So I explained for them, and I hope that they understand this situation.
So yeah, that's what's going on. And it seems like they, when I say they, I'm talking about Iran, probably reached out to those countries and explained to them, hey, we're going to probably attack you. Well, not you, but the bases, the US bases that are placed at your location. We're going to be attacking those places. And I'm actually curious of how this is going to be, like those countries that Iran has attacked, the bases that are in their country, how those countries are going to be reacting, because it's going to be getting a little messy. Because what if those countries feel like, hey, no, you can't do that. These people are here because we allow them. I don't even know how they're going to respond, to be honest. But what is even worse just now is that Iran is planning on shutting down the Strait of what do you call Hormuz. This place. Let me show you guys this image right here. Okay. Iran is basically saying that they're going to shut down this right here. There are so many ships that carry oil, that carry goods, that go through this area to get to places like the US or basically everywhere. And if this is shut down, there are articles and people that are talking about how this will cause oil to skyrocket, meaning that, especially as living in the West, where we need the oil and all that stuff to heat up our houses and all that stuff, if this actually happens and they shut down this, and it's going to cause a lot of issue for literally a lot of people, because the oil price will go up and it's going to just shut down so many different economies across the world, and nobody wants that. But the thing is, this is just the start. This is just the start, because you already know that the US and Israel are not going to stay quiet, okay? Because ain't no way the US is going to just let this go. They're not going to let this go. After having their bases attacked, and as of now, there's no announcement of the casualties that was caused by the missiles that Iran launched on those places. Some of these places also had something similar to the Iron Dome, which means that some of the missiles that Iran launched towards like Saudi Arabia, or some of the places like that, they might have already been blocked or something like that. So they might have not hit their target. So it's possible that the casualties might not be as much. But as of now, while I was looking into it, I could not find anything about the casualties of like how many people died or were injured from the Israeli strike that took places in those countries. But I feel like this is just going to escalate. There's going to be no peace talks or nothing like that. From here on, I really think these things are just going to escalate. And the sad thing is, you know who benefits the most from this? Israel. Like, Israel is going to be the one that benefits from this the most, because they have been trying to get the US to fully back them in attacking attacking Iran. So it's going to get that. It's going to get all the support that it needs from the US. And the US is going to feel like they're personally attacked now, because Iran attacked the military bases in the within the Middle Eastern like that area. So it's going to escalate. But what do you all think? Is this going to turn into full-blown war? I feel like it's already there, but do you think that's going to happen? Or is the US just going to back off and be like, okay, you know what? It's okay. Just go do your thing, Iran. I just can't imagine that happening, especially with Israel being the center of this. It's not going to happen. Plus, you guys already know that Israel can literally attack any country in the Middle East or abroad, anywhere else really, and get away with it, because self-defense. The thing about Israel is they can attack anybody and be like, oh, even if that place did not attack Israel first, they can be like, oh, we did it in self-defense. Wait, what do you mean self-defense? The place did not even attack you. They didn't do anything to you. And then Israel will just come back, be like, oh, but they were planning on attacking. We think they were preparing an attack on us, so we went ahead and we were proactive. Basically, Israel can somehow read minds or whatever, and be like, oh, they were gonna attack us, so we attacked them first. We took them out before they could take us out. That's what Israel always does, and that's exactly what they've done with so many other countries, that they literally crippled the economy there and all that stuff. So I'll be interested to know what you guys think about this whole situation. Is this going to turn into a full-blown war? And the other thing is, there's so many different wars that are going on. Like every day there's some country that's attacking another country for one reason or another. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, are we really in the middle of like World War III, 4, 5, whatever? What's going on? Is this going to be a world war again? We might not be using that word, but I think it's a matter of time before we start using it, because there's so many wars going on around the world. It's really sad. On top of that, there's so many internal like civil wars that are happening. It's just sad. It's just sad. With that being said, my friends, I hope things get better. I hope things get de-escalated one way or another, and everybody starts to live peacefully together. I say that, but I also understand that that might not happen. Okay, anyways, I did not expect this video to be this long, but if you've watched it till this point, I appreciate you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I do commentary on things. Sometimes it's current related, like news related, politics related. Other times it's religion related and stuff like that. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That simply means may peace and blessings be upon you, my friend. All right, bye-bye. See ya. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed.
I look up to the best of the men, and I'm working on the test to the end, by following the message he sent, and try turning these lessons into action. And oh, I pray for the day that I see you in my dreams. Rahmatul lil Alameen, for all humanity.